Hello there, my name is Alaydriem, and welcome back to Lore and Legend. And today, in this episode, we are continuing what we set off to do in our last episode, and that is seeking out a dwarf. Oh, hello there, clipping in the trees. We are going to seek out a dwarf and hopefully have him forge our... Excuse me, I'm trying to do an intro here, and I can't do that without a horse getting in my way, without a tree getting in my way. Come on, horse. We are seeking out Gage Emberheart. Ooh, this bridge is new. Sorry, I'm getting really distracted today. We are seeking out Gage Emberheart because we are in need of his smithing services to forge us a new weapon. Because we need one that is worthy of us and that is a little more comfortable in the hand than just a standard iron sword. So if we're following Merely Adequate's information correctly, ta-da, look at that. Correct as usual. Maybe the dwarf did make him a genius. Very, very accurate with directions. Here is the Emberheart clan's base, and hopefully he's here today. We're going to go ahead and find out real quick. Now, I could probably clear this with the horse, but I'm not going to. So we're going to knock. Horse. Oh no, I just hurt my horse. I'm sorry, darling. I will go get you some golden carrots when you get back. Please don't walk in front of me again. I just don't want you rendering off anymore. Hello, Gage Emberheart. Dwarf. Doesn't seem to be home, horse. That is a pity, but fortunately for us, I did come prepared in this scenario. I have with me a simple little note that I can hand him that when he becomes available again, or if he's asleep and wakes up, I don't know, sometimes that happens, he can go ahead and read this little note, and come on, horse, you gotta get out of my way. It really isn't cool. And we'll leave this little note right here, and he'll know what to say. So, Emberheart, Dwarven son, your father's name is like an echo, heralding your arrival, and with it the skills of your people and your clan with the fire and the forge, and I find myself in need of your skills as a smith. Send your messenger, or come by yourself by the way of the easterly path, across the river, into the mountains, and into my home of Slay Altair, that we may negotiate terms, and together forge a weapon worthy of your father's name. Hopefully that is epic enough for him to pique his interest. That should be epic enough. Every dwarf is interested in making their father happy and forging great weapons, right? They don't call them stereotypes for nothing. But with that said, I guess that means that this trip might have been a little bit of a bust, but that's okay. We have other things that we can do. And what, may my humble viewer ask, do we have to do in this episode? Well, we have quite a lot. First and foremost, this is a great bridge. Whoever built it did a fantastic job. I love the diagonals. Back on topic. We have this area over here, and it isn't really built up. And one of the things that we've decided to do as a server is to build up this area with some houses, with some buildings, with some farms, with all sorts of things to make it more visually interesting. So that is one of the things that we are going to be doing in this area. And in this episode, we are going to start with building up one of those buildings that we have on our to-do list. And I get to be the first person to build over here, so maybe I get to set the tone for what the place looks like. I don't know. All the builds are going to look different. Everything's going to be unique and interesting. So let's go ahead and get started with a build time lapse. And you know the drill. Sit back, relax, enjoy the music, and let's roll. is our first time lapse that's actually more than just kind of a square tower on this server and knocked out and ready to go. And what do you think? Tell me what you think. I think this is pretty good, but I mean, let's be honest, the best part of this build is the terracing. Am I right? Who doesn't love good landscaping around this house? Look at this. Got nice little cozy waterfall over here. Great terrace landscaping going all the way down with this stone. Great angles on the house. This is, I think it looks really good with the terracing. The terracing, great landscaping can make an okay house look a lot better. I'm not saying that this is just an okay house, but I am saying that good landscaping, where we just kind of bone meal over here and kind of make it look grassy and overgrown, I really think that that can make a good thing. But check this out too. We also have, I'm trying new things. We've got mud blocks that we're using over here and just trying to see how they work. I think they make great paths. Got a whole nice build over here, and check this little thing out too. Saw this on someone's stream that I was watching. They did something similar to this. Have a little statue here with a little altar. If you've ever played Skyrim before, you know they have the statues of Talos in there. So something kind of similar that we have going on right here, where people can drop off tokens or make prayers or something. A nice little area over here that we have just built up with flowers. And yes, I have done the entire back. I will show you the entire thing, but first let's talk about the front here. Beautiful little garden. Who wouldn't love to have a garden with their adventure guild? Yes, that's right. That's what this build is supposed to represent. This is the adventure guild, where villages from all over the place, including that village all the way over here, can come. They can post bounties, they can make requests. This can be a gathering place for all the local villages and maybe even some of the other legends here on this server to gather together and seek out adventure. This is a place where you can find your adventure or find someone to help you with your adventure. But let's just take a look up here. You see these signs? Hanging signs. I didn't know that you could spin them in diagonals. They make great decorations when they're kind of spun in a diagonal over here. And look up here. I don't know if you noticed this here in the garden, but we have these mud walls. These mud walls, they almost look like just a thicker wood stone wall. And I think they look very, very great. I've tried to make this build a little bit flat. I know I probably have went a little bit overboard on the details, but compared to a lot of my builds, this is very, very flat, which is just something interesting I'm trying with. Moving on inside right here, we're going to leave those doors open. We have a nice little storage area. Interesting little carpet pattern design. Another thing I'm trying out. Lovely little table that I might have overused in this build. And check this out. This is cool. So you have the anvils and you have the chains going between them. So it looks like you've got a solid, nice table base there with nice, interesting textures. You can climb up in these chairs, and you got a nice little runner that goes all the way across. Very, very creative idea. And a nice little fireplace there too. You notice we have that hanging up on the wall. I'll talk a little bit about what that is here in a little bit, but we're going to head on down to the basement and let's go, I guess, clockwise. We'll start over here in the pot room. This is where we keep all of our pottery shards. Over here we have a type of barrel storage, some sort of liquid. Maybe we've spilt some here on the floor. Plenty of additional storage down here. For an adventure guild, you're going to want to have all sorts of things down here and available for any adventurers for anything that they might need. Down here, more supplies. Perhaps this is a wine cellar of some kind. Just plenty of additional storage. Nice little kind of wall there. We kind of have this beat up floor. In here, something interesting I was toying around with like kind of an armor gallery or a stall. One of the things that I was thinking about that we could use is have this area over here be where adventurers can, you know, buy weapons or tools or really anything, and we could pretend that maybe we have an NPC or someone behind here who, you know, you can buy things from. There's plenty of storage back here. This NPC could have anything that you need for your adventures: weapons, tools, armor, you name it, he would have it for you. And then here we have more storage and just more pretties to look at, more eye candy that we have scattered through all of this. And again, our lovely little pretend that these are walk-in beads over a door trick with the banners. Very, very comfortable. Oh, and yes, just in case you're wondering, to any of the other people on the server, there are secrets hidden in here. And if you find them, maybe you'll find some goodies and treats. I won't show them to you because if I show them to you, I'll spoil it. But there are goodies scattered throughout this base that I'm not showing on camera. Moving on up to the second floor, this is where all of our bedrooms are. We have a nice kind of window over the side here. It's getting a little bit dark with that window, but we have a nice view over here. 6 bedrooms in total, starting over here. So if we had, I guess, 6 people coming over here, they could all sleep. And again, our lovely little table design that we're reusing from the downstairs. Kind of just set this here so that if anyone wanted to come in and, I don't know, have a table to work at, they have a nice standing table they could work at. You know, those scenes where they just kind of lean over the table and think about the situation. Right there, we've got a spiral staircase that goes up, but we're going to start over here on this spiral staircase, and we'll come back to that. You notice we have these banners here, and it's another secret place. Check this out. This is a nice little cozy place for you to have more storage. It didn't really fit in with the rest of the build, but it's a nice little 2-high spot with the offset things. This is a great way to hide a room in plain sight, and you can use these fence gates that we have right here, that's what they're called, to kind of really lock this out. I bet if I didn't walk through that you wouldn't even know that that was a place that you could walk into. It's a great way to hide things in plain sight. Third floor, we have another table over here. This is more of the executive one here in this huge archway room that has this big, tall, beautiful ceilings, nice clear windows that view out to the outside. Nice bookshelf over here that we can fill up with books for our research. More storage over here. Oh, it's raining. Well, we're going to have fire tick on the server, so I'm not super worried about that. Not like we're going to burn the house down. And more storage. And if we come over here, we have, this is our spiral staircase that I pointed out earlier. This goes up to a nice little overlook where, you know, you can look down at all the people that maybe you're overseeing, make a grand speech, or maybe just get away from whatever's going down below, party, dancing, whatever. More secret rooms up here. Oops, spoiler on that one. And that is just about it. But no, wait, I lied. We still have one more level to this. If we whip our way on up to the 4th level here, we have it's an attic. Yeah, sorry, I really hyped up an attic more than I should have, but nice little cozy attic for you to climb into, explore, hang around in. And yeah, from what I know, if you wanted to keep a house warm before central heating and cooling, hay bales. Yep, you throw hay up there, that would act as your insulation. So that is our cozy little adventure guild, and I really do think that it is cozy. If you like it, let me know down in the comments. We're actually going to sleep here real quick. One player's sleep is broken. Someone else is on the server. We have to sleep on the pillow. Yep. Okay. Gonna go ahead and go to sleep. Come back when it's not raining because I don't want to go outside in the rain. So why don't you go ahead and tell me down in the comments what you think about this build. I think we did a really nice job on it, and overall I am super duper pleased with how this turned out. Very, very happy to have a new building here in our main area, and I am super excited to see what other new buildings are coming out here soon that the others are going to be building. So let me know what you think about this down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And also, before I forget, let's talk a little bit about what these signs are right here. These are one of the things that I have been working on in the server, and this is our player status menu, or one way that we're doing it. So on Bedrock, we don't have a good way to see like a tab list of what everyone is on the server and kind of what their status is. So I have started working on this status menu, which people are going to start using to indicate whether they are recording, streaming, available, don't want to be disturbed, don't want to sleep. You have a couple other things. You just flip these little levers here, give yourself a submit button kiss. We're going to say I'm recording because that's what I am doing right now. And when you submit that, you get a nice little message telling you that your status has changed, and anyone else, if they type in that command that was shown there, they can see those. We also have this little graveable thing here. Adequate mentioned in one of his videos that during our adventures we wanted to have tombstones appear. Well, that toggle right there, if you turn that on, when you die, it'll give you a tombstone and lock all your stuff in it. Now, this is one of the many things that I have been working on kind of in the background on the server. We've got NPCs, we've got mobs, we've got new items, and even some scripting with this, and maybe some additional things that are going to be coming in that. So if you see anyone playing around with that on a stream or anything else, just know that that's one of the ways that we are kind of just communicating in-game what is going on. So I think that just about concludes our work over here in this area. That is going to be a really nice skyline over there when we start adding some buildings in. I really like the way that that kind of looks from the side. And we're going to have everyone start to build up some other buildings. We have a whole city planned that people are going to start adding in on the server. So I'm very excited to see how all of that turns out. But don't worry, we're going to see some more buildings come in here. It's going to be very, very interesting. But we do have some other things that we need to take care of today. And that is getting our horse and ourselves back home. Will you get back here? I tried to crouch on the horse and it kicked me off. We need to get home because I believe we have a special delivery for us waiting back at our base. And lo and behold, would you believe it? We have our green parrot. Merely the Adequate has already been here, and he has delivered us a green parrot as requested. Here, what do these signs say? Here is Paramanov Paval. What? 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 That makes no sense. I have no idea what this is. This is our bird, and Adequate wanted us to transform this bird into an item-carrying machine, something that can deliver packages across this island continent to all of the other players. And I think I have ourselves some ideas. But first and foremost, we need to get this bird inside. And he's already flown away and gone to the roof. So I'm going to need to go fetch him real quick. Burb retrieved. So come here, my little green beauty. We're going to go ahead and bring you inside. And, you know, Adequate said that we were going to do some experiments on you. But I promise no birds are going to be harmed in the making of this video. So why don't you just come inside with me, my precious little darling, if this door will stay open. Bird, come on inside. Oh, if I crouch, he crouches too. That's kind of neat. All right. Let's go right here. I'm going to go ahead and get some seeds to make him like me. Seeds acquired from my basement that I am not comfortable showing because it's just filled with junk. Oh, really? I only need one? Wow, that was super duper easy. All right, bird, how do you get on my shoulder? Do you need more seeds? No. Oh, it's because you're on a lead. Let's go ahead and pop you off the lead. Wait, is he on my shoulder? Hey, look at that. We have ourselves a beautiful little bird there on our shoulder. Now, I wonder what we're going to do with you, huh? What do you think we should do with you, Mr. Bird? I think that we need to transform you into something more, something better. And I'm not entirely sure what that is quite yet. So why don't you go ahead and hop on off? Hold on. How do I get the bird off? We have to jump. We have to crouch. I'm not entirely sure how to get birds off. 1 second. Now, in our previous episode, we acquired this charged amethyst shard, which is basically filled with time magic that we stole. And I think what we need to do is make some time magic of our own in order to transform this bird. So I think what we're going to... How'd you get back on my shoulder? Okay, little bird, you are just one sneaky little fella. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to charge this with some of our magic and cast it on this bird and see maybe what happens. Should be an interesting experiment. And I promise there will no birds that are going to be harmed in the making of this video. So our first step, of course, is to combine this charged amethyst shard with our magic that we have right here. Unfortunately, this should just be an easy combination of things. We'll just pop that here in our crafting recipe and we will get time stop magic. And it must not be that strong if we're going to get that many out of it. So bird, let's see what happens when we put some time magic on you, shall we? Experiment number 1, applying the time magic to the bird. Has potentially backfired slightly on me. I think we changed the bird's color. Yeah, okay. We've changed our beautiful green bird to a scarlet macaw somehow. Okay. Bird, we're gonna try this again with some, gonna stretch a little bit, put on some, where'd it go? Okay, we're gonna find the bird and we're gonna apply some different way of applying this magic to him and hopefully get a little bit of, oh, he just turned into green. It's now a shape-shifting, color-changing bird. What in the world is going on? The bird is changing color, the bird is moved. Okay, we need to apply some magic to this bird before it gets even more crazy. 1 second. Hold on, bird. Where are you? Ah, okay. There you are. Come here, bird. More magic. Well, okay. That stuff is a little bit potent. Oh dear. We have applied too much time magic to this, and I think we have reversed time on it now and transformed it back into an egg. Oh, I just threw it. Oh, wait. Oh, you're green again. How did you get back on my shoulder? Okay, so I've clearly made some magic on the bird. Maybe he just wants to be with me, and that's the secret. So let's cast this on ourselves with the bird on us. And we have ourselves an Alay? Hold on, so let me get this straight. Alays evolved from birds. That's interesting. Apparently, if you take a green Alay, a green bird, and you give it time magic, it eventually converges into an Alay. That's very strange convergent evolution. I wonder if Alays are also magic, but in either case, check out this little beauty. Such a beautiful little creature. And I think what we need to discover right here is if this beautiful golden Alay has the capacity to carry lots of items for us. So in our first test, we are going to use all these pork chops that Adequate gave us that we haven't really used quite yet. So let's just drop a stack and... That's a lot of pork chops. It's a pork chop carrying Alay. Let's just kind of give it all of it. Yep, okay. How many did you give me? Oh my goodness, you can carry so much. You can carry so many things. We have success. We have great success. Oh, we have only, he can't get all of these. Here, give me all the pork chops. This is fantastic. This is truly fantastic. We have ourselves a super bizarre creature that can basically carry a crazy amount of items for us. So I think all that we have left to do now is to bring this beautiful darling of a creature all the way back to Amelia the Adequate the Norns, and hopefully he can find a use for it. So now, my beautiful darling of an Alay, why don't you come with me? How far away will he follow me? Oh, he'll follow me from a good long distance away. All right, come with me, my darling. We have to deliver you to a Norn to begin your critical role on this island of starting the first ever courier service, I think. Alaydriem post? No, that doesn't have quite the ring for it. Actually, I am going to put you on a lead because, please, no, don't. You keep doing this runaway thing, and I really, we got to get you back over there. Pretty little bird, pretty little Alay, golden Alay, come here. There we go. Now we got him on a lead. Go ahead and drop down. Come with me. We will make the rest of the trip on foot over to Amelia the Adequates. And after a super duper long journey, we are now here over at Adequate the Norn's place, and let's go ahead and just bring you, my darling, all the way up this crazy little tower that he has built here, which has a bunch of other birds in it. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are, precious. Okay, you're just gonna take your time flying up here. That's okay. We're gonna go ahead and slap you, not slap you, we're gonna tie your lead off, right, I guess right here. Place you right there, my little precious. You can stay up here with all of your former bird friends that you were once a bird of. And we need to let Adequate know that you're up here. Okay, so, okay, you're just gonna go, my darling. Okay, so now we just need to let Adequate know. And I think the best way to let Adequate know that we have done something over here is to place a book and a note kind of right by his crazy decision maker contraption thing that he told us about. So we're going to place a book right here because I don't want to place it right on it. And there we go. Now Adequate will know when he comes in here, because I guarantee you he's going to see this. He'll know that we have delivered a lovely little creature for him. And also it's raining on the server again. We're having weather problems on the server. I think it's the rainy season. So that's going to be it for me in this episode. If you watched this far into the video, please consider leaving a like. And if you want to see more, please consider subscribing. It really would mean a lot, and I really would appreciate your subscription and your like, because it really does help the channel and help me grow the channel. You might have noticed 2 weeks in a row with Lore and Legend. Is it going to become a thing? Yes, we're going to be spending more time on the server, but don't worry, you will see Welcome to Bedrock Alaydriem soon. But we're going to be spending some time on here for a little while longer. But that's going to be it for me in this episode. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.